So World of Dance is actually something that I find like fascinating. You know, I grew up, I'm not a dancer myself, but I grew up in the rave scene when people would like battle and break dance and do all these funky moves. And when I went to see World of Dance, when it was a live event, before you guys were born, about 5-6 years ago, just kidding. My friend Herman Flores is one of the founders. I'm sure you guys have met him. And it was cool to see World of Dance not only get on TV, but become such a phenomenon. You know, so it's cool that you're part of it. Now, did you become a team before World of Dance or during World of Dance?
Well, we've always seen each other in classes, and we've known each other for a long time, but we were never really a duet until I like decided to make this concept video, and I wanted her to be a part of it. And World of Dance was kind of an opportunity for us to become official as a duet, and it just brought us closer. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, I have to say, like, I cried.
Aww.
Straight up, after just with the emotion that you guys brought and the detail, kind of attention to detail, and the way you moved together. How much time did it take for you both to kind of access that unity that you guys had in the, you know, was it a lot of practice or did it just come real naturally?
Yeah, so viewers know they were blindfolded.
They were blindfolded.
That got them, this number that got them into the competition.
Yes.
Well, actually, it took hours and hours upon practice, but we didn't come up with the idea of the blindfolds until the week of before we competed.
Whoa.
So that was kind of like tough to figure out the timing, but I think it was just practice over and over again and just a lot of communication among each other to really get it all together.
Yeah,
and
it was a lot of trust to, like, you know, understand, like, all right, you trust me, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think that's where the emotion came in, because that's why I got so emotional, was because it wasn't just perfectly stylized and, you know, intense. It was all that, but then you kind of let go.
Yeah, it was definitely a risk.
And it shows.
Yeah, it was definitely a risk, but at the end of the day, it was also just like, this kind of proves to us that, like, if we can pull off this piece, then we have infinite trust throughout the entire competition.
Yes.
So.
That's awesome.
How do you guys not go blank on stage? Because one thing that I always remember because I would do like shows in drag.
Dancing days.
Yeah, I would do shows in drag, and like I would learn all the choreography, and then once I hit the stage, I would like go blank.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I just gotta improvise here.
I mean, it's definitely a thing to watch out for. I mean, I can imagine myself being blank on stage. Like, it's definitely one of the biggest fears for dancers.
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just having confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
But also, like, if that happens, I mean, you have the capacity of improvising.
Yeah.
I guess when you're that talented, like you guys are amazing, it's like, okay, so I forgot this or that move, but then I can always, you know, kind of blend it in with something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot?
For us, I think, like, since we've competed and done dances on stage ever since we were like 5 or 6 years old, I think, like, it's kind of like a natural thing for us to do. But I think in some way the blindfolds kind of helped us because you couldn't see anybody, so you could kind of like get in your own zone.
It also helped because every time we look at each other for a long period of time, we're always just laughing.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have a blindfold because I would look straight at her and I wouldn't be laughing at all. And I'd take it off and I'd just start cackling.
Sean, where are you from?
LA.
Yeah, grew up here in LA. One thing that I noticed, and maybe this is the kind of thing where, like, why do you even notice that? But I think it's a positive thing. A lot of times we talk about Latino representation on television, and Asian representation on television is always an issue for the Asian community.
Yeah.
When it comes to these dance contests, there's a lot of Asian representation. I mean, I mean, dancing, break dancing, you know, battling. It's competitive dancing. It's cool and it's big and it's cool to see.
It's definitely a community. Yeah, for us, you know. For me, I go back and forth from the industry to the community, and it's kind of like finding that balance between those two. But I mean, it's really cool seeing our community influence, you know, all the other dancers in the world, and it's really fun because I feel like as a dancer, it's important to influence others and kind of spread the knowledge of what we have. And so it's cool to see the differences between learning from the industry and learning from a community.
Right. Who were you guys influenced by? Because your style is very unique. And it's very, right?
Yes.
Like, it's something just so unique. So what inspires you to, like, you know, come up with all this choreography?
Well, we both grew up in competition worlds, so it's definitely like an industry vibe. Like, we went to auditions, we took classes in LA, and we were in studios, and so it was definitely trained by the industry kind of environment. But as the more we learn, the more we start to realize that there's like so much more to just taking classes, and you know, there's more to learning from your friends, not just from teachers, and learning from the whole world on the internet. And so it's cool to kind of realize that, and that's kind of how our styles kind of expanded into other styles and new ways of, you know, of fusion. So that's kind of how we kind of came upon our own.
I love the Jabberwockies.
Wow, amazing.
Now you talked about learning, and like Vivian and I, we love watching all these, you know, dance videos online.
Me too.
We want to take like a class, but I'm like, at our age, can we really take a class without like cracking our bones?
Dennis, you're 29. You're 29 years old.
Yeah, we should take it. I'm like,
We can do a segment with him one day.
we let you think about this question for about 2 minutes. Can we or can't we? Sean, tell us the truth.
Yeah, give it to us straight, man, because I'm inspired by you, both of you. I want to learn.
I think in any age you can learn.
Okay.
Only I can't do it with these shoes.
Yeah, maybe not in those shoes.
Well, actually, for you, for example, can you dance in heels like that, or is it only dancing shoes?
No, you could definitely dance in heels if you want to. You might like break an ankle, but you know,
just an
it's-
ankle.
Yeah,
There's a
just an
whole like
ankle.
heel thing though, right? Like a lot of people do dance in heels.
Yeah, a lot of people
competitively.
dance in
But
heels.
like special heels, aren't they special heels? Like, isn't
Most
the heel
people
thicker?
just dance in like any type of heels. Sometimes they're like super skinny, but
Wow, I don't think I could. I can barely walk in these. Imagine if I start dancing.
I don't know about that.
Pero bueno.
Now, when I think of World of Dance,
Antes
obviously
muerta
I
que
think
sencilla.
of Jennifer Lopez, and I know that you guys taped it at the Universal Studios lot.
Yes.
And there were huge tents there. I'm like, what was going on inside there? I'm thinking creme de la creme, like, you know, 5-star treatment because it's Jennifer Lopez, you know, like, what was it like being on the set and being around such a mega star?
You didn't really see her when we were on
Really?
set. Yeah, I think she had like her own little place, but we were.
I'm sure it was very little.
Yeah. But she you generally saw her when we were on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you too, because in the show I noticed that during the kind of in between dances, they'll have, you know, one group dance for everyone else, and then another group's dancing. Was that weird or intimidating in any way? And how did you find that? Because then all of a sudden you have to go on, and it's like, well, but I was just doing, you know, how was that backstage thing?
I think it was very intimidating, especially for the qualifying round, because you're kind of like a new face and you're going up against all these people from around the world who are extremely talented and have their own unique style.
Yeah.
So definitely watching them backstage made us more nervous. So we had to like get in our zone and like take a lot of deep breaths and like shake out all the nerves.
So you definitely got
And-
in the zone.
yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, I think we just had to like be inspired by them rather be nervous by it, and just take in all the energy and use it in our performance.
Maybe we should go audition next season.
Yeah, absolutely. A little salsa duo.
Let's see how we fare. We'll probably make it to those crazy auditions, you know.
Wait a minute, I got an idea. Can you teach us a couple moves and maybe they can come up with like a move that they can do together?
Oh my God, can you? Can we do something here on the carpet? Is it
You have a
too
little
much?
time?
Oh no. All right.
Something quick.
Before our bones
is it
snap,
wet
you
move?
know, before the next episode.
Then he starts out like this.
I don't know. I gotta wait to get him off the couch and then he's gonna teach you something.
Okay.
Sean, I'm gonna battle you for a second. Ready? All right. Can you do like a beat?
A what?
Oh, there he goes. He went inside him.
Show me something. Like show me that thing that you do. The thing. Yeah, that.
The ankle thing?
Yeah.
This thing?
That. What about something for these two?
That's just a
Maybe you
prelude.
can go ahead and take the
Kaycee,
lead.
can you show us something crazy like that too? Like that too?
Yeah.
We're putting him on the spot.
Yeah.
Rubber band people.
Oh yeah.
Wait, let me see if I can try it.
¿Tienes el cierre abierto?
Dennis, your zipper's down.
Pause, quick pause.
Do you know like salsa, tango, that kind of stuff?
Oh man, he actually has
Can you give him a little
All right,
pointer?
Kaycee, ready?
Let's do it. Okay.
Eso.
Put that with their right leg back.
Okay, right back.
Move back. Oh, okay. That rear left foot front. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Now step with your inside leg and just go like this.
Put your inside leg.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
And then go the other side. That's what I did right.
I can't be as flexible right now.
Look at my arms hurt. That's the way his legs
There you
move.
go. Oh, wait, at the same time.
My mic's falling out.
I can care less about my mic. My makeup is starting to like melt right now.
He's starting to congeal. He's transforming everyone. Okay.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back.
That was not bad, though. That was not bad. Thank you.
I've done a little song, you know.
So clearly,
I've been to
we
Cuba.
were not born 6 years ago.
We're not winning World of Dance.
Yes.
So you're also doing some music now too, huh? Or is it just like a one-time thing? I saw that you're doing
It's a
a
hobby.
song.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. How long has this hobby been going on for?
That's how careers start, though, man.
Yeah, look at J-Lo. Hello.
For a couple of years.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't make it public for a
Well,
long time.
it's on Instagram now.
Well, I made a song with my friend.
Okay.
But
with your friend too, or are you collabing?
Yeah,
with
yeah.
her?
And she's an incredible singer. And
Nice.
you know, we said we would make a song as a joke.
Okay.
And then sooner or later she called me, and then she was just like, "All right, do you want to actually do it?"
Right.
And then I made a line up, and then she started laughing like it was the stupidest thing ever. And now it's the chorus of the song. And so I just do it as a hobby because it's fun to kind of
Okay.
expand from.
But as a hobby, you mean how many hours a day?
Yeah, thank you.
Because I'm like, yeah, just a hobby. I'm like, aha.
Once a week, like once a week.
What?
Yeah.
Really? Only?
Yeah, just once a week.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
that I wasn't expecting. I thought you were going to tell me that you dance every day.
Oh, you mean dancing?
No, he was talking about singing.
No, I'm talking about the dancing.
He dances every day.
Yeah, every day with especially with her too.
Especially, yeah. I was like, yeah, what a hobby. Okay, the singing.
Yeah, singing is a hobby. Dancing is a little bit more than a hobby.
Yeah, most definitely. How do you guys manage your time when it comes to school and stuff like that with all the rehearsals? Like,
You tell me.
really? You're going crazy already?
But you guys are homeschooled, right?
Yes, we're both online school, and we basically got into that because of dancing, because we love to do it every day, and just we love working together. So just being online helps us manage it more, so you could kind of create your own path rather being behind all the time.
Okay, can I just tell you something?
Awesome.
You have a light in you, okay?
Yeah.
Don't lose it. Don't let this world take that light out of you no matter what happens in your life, okay? And no, you know, sometimes life is crazy. Life is like this, up and down, up and down. You watch out for her. Okay, just help her out. Make sure, protect her.
I'll keep the light on.
And then your light will protect him.
Are you trying to insinuate something, Humberto?
No, I just think it's beautiful and I'm like touched.
It's
Not
true.
the studio lighting,
No,
right?
because you meet like a ton of people, especially we meet a ton of people in entertainment, and especially younger kids. They can be out of touch sometimes, or just like confused. But you guys have it all. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a pleasure.
you.
Yeah, try bowling with
to
her. She
speak
bowls,
with
she
you.
leaves a trail of glitter and unicorns. After she throws the ball.
That's awesome.